What's up, Bears fans? Happy Monday to you. Harrison Graham here with another episode of Chicago Bears Now. We'll probably do another one later today, so subscribe and turn on notifications. Coming up later on in the show, the NFL trade deadline is tomorrow. Will the Bears make any more trades? Stay tuned. A couple trade rumors circulating the internet right now that we will break down. But let's start with the quarterback. Even with all the trade deadline madness right now, I would be remiss to not talk about Justin Fields and what he did yesterday and just how he's been playing really for the past month overall, coming off a strong performance against Dallas. Sure, the passing yards aren't going to wow you, but look at the efficiency. 17 of 23, 151 yards, 60 rushing yards, 3 total touchdowns, no turnovers. And by the way, Velus Jones Jr. dropped a 50-plus yard deep ball in Equinemius St. Brown. I won't call it a drop. It had his hands on a jump ball in the end zone where he had his hands on the ball first. Those two plays should probably be made. Otherwise, you're probably talking about 19 of 23 for 230 and a fourth touchdown there. I mean, if that happened, oh my goodness. Guys, the point I'm making, I think the Bears have their quarterback. And look, there's a lot more games to go. I get it. It's only been about a month of really good football, but the tangible progress that we have seen over the last few weeks with bad pieces around him at wide receiver has been impressive. Like, you cannot deny. Even a lot of you Fields deniers, and hey, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. It's all good. If you still think they should get a different quarterback, hey, more power to you. But I think you're seeing real signs of growth here. I mean, seriously, look at the draft class from last year. Fields is easily playing the best ball out of those 6 guys over the past month. It's really not even close. I think the Bears have their guy. Now it's about building around him. Maybe before the deadline a little bit, but really more in the offseason. What do you guys think, though? Is Justin Fields the guy? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I think he is. I've been a believer from the beginning. It's been a bumpy road, but you give it time and things can start to flourish. Y for yes and for no. Let me know what you guys think. Fields is making plays. He is. Every single game this year, even in the ugly ones, he makes 1 or 2 plays a game, and it's starting to become more like 4, 5, 6, where you're like, wow, not many people can do that. The Bears just need more talent around them, let's be honest. The offensive line, I think they're doing a decent job with what they have, to be honest, but you need work there. Obviously, some guys were injured yesterday. You clearly need work at receiver. You got good backs, so that's good. But look at the jump for Justin Fields just in this season. Weeks 1 through 4, I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't looking good. 51%. Only 471 pass yards. Now, that included the monsoon game against San Francisco. 147 rushing, 3 touchdowns against 5 turnovers. QB rating of under 60. I mean, that is just brutally bad. But look at the last 4 weeks. 64% completion, 728 pass yards, 277 rushing, 7 touchdowns against 2 turnovers. QB rating of just under 100. That is starting caliber, solid QB NFL quarterback play for anyone. Yeah, you'd like more volume on the passing yards, but I think a lot of that is the way they're running the football and the lack of receiver talent. The point is, the growth is clear and obvious over the past month. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say with, 9 games to go, they're 3-5, that he's going to play 9 great games. There will be a couple bad ones in there probably, but the great quarterbacks have off days. The point is, we're seeing more consistency. That's what we've been asking for. Be more consistent. Hit some of the easier throws. Did Fields have a bad throw against Dallas? The only one was when he got hit, and it ended up being roughing the passer when he got hit as he threw it up in the neck area, and it airmailed on him. Other than that, did he miss a throw against Dallas? We saw the Velus drop, this jump ball to St. Brown, the corner route to Pettis where the defender makes a nice play on it. Those are good balls. He's playing good football, man, and we know how dangerous he is as a runner. He is a dynamic player. Shout out Luke Getsy. Let's continue to see it grow. Far from a finished product, but the evolution is happening in front of us. We are witnessing Justin Fields become a solid NFL quarterback right before our eyes. Just got to get more pieces around him. Should the Bears make a trade to help Justin Fields? Trade deadline tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Type T for trade, type P for pass. Let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about some trade stuff in a minute, but just let me know. Should they make a trade to help Fields? Type T for trade or P for pass. And make sure you guys subscribe to Bears Now by Chat Sports because we're bringing you daily videos for free, sometimes multiple videos per day. Stay tuned. Another video later tonight, probably around 6 o'clock or so. The latest news and rumors content circulating the internet. Audience interaction will be live tomorrow for the trade deadline. We'll answer all your questions like we are every Tuesday. Live shows, watch parties. We have a lot of fun doing that. And we're almost at 55,000 subs, 403 subs away. Help us get there. Hit the subscribe button. It is 100% free. Let's get into the trade rumors portion of the show. How about Elijah Moore? Could the Bears go out and trade for the Jets' embattled receiver? He made another negative comment after Sunday's loss to the Patriots for New York. They're now 5-3, playing decent ball, but that offense is a mess, especially throwing the football with Zach Wilson. By the way, Justin Fields, a lot better than Zach Wilson. Connor Hughes, reporter who covers the Jets, they asked Elijah Moore about his chemistry, or really lack thereof, with Zach Wilson. He said, I don't know. He said, I don't get the ball. I don't know. That's, that ain't good. 0 catches on 1 target yesterday. The week before, they sat him out because of comments he made in a trade request. He clearly wants out of New York. Him and Zach Wilson have not meshed. That is obvious. He was playing a lot better with Joe Flacco earlier in the year. He doesn't have a catch in like a month now because he's just not getting targets. It's just very interesting to watch this play out because he's shown pretty solid signs. His rookie year, I think he only played in 11 games, by the way. 538 yards and 5 touchdowns in a bad offense last year. Not bad at all. Earlier this year, the first 2 or 3 games, he was playing pretty well, but he's been stuck on 203 yards for a while now. Him and Wilson just aren't on the same page, and beyond that, Zach Wilson just isn't progressing like a Justin Fields is as well. Elijah Moore has shown up, so like this is a capable player. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I love the comments he's making, like, I don't know, I don't get the football, basically calling out his quarterback, and, he requests a trade after, a game where he doesn't get production. Like, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that, but I like the talent. He's a talented player, and I wonder if the Jets just get annoyed with this guy. If you could get this guy on 60, 70 cents on the dollar right now. So here's my trade idea. I'm not going to trade anything significant, but how about the 4th-round pick you just got for Robert Quinn? For Elijah Moore. If you told me you could get Elijah Moore straight up for Robert Quinn 2 weeks ago, would you have not taken it? Because I would have. I would definitely take it now. Who wins this trade if this type of trade went down? 4th-round pick for Elijah Moore. I don't think I'd give up a 3rd. I certainly wouldn't give up a 2nd. Who wins the trade? B for the Bears, J for the Jets. Let me know what you guys think. And send in your own trade ideas for Elijah Moore or any other player in the comments if you have any. BetUS, our sportsbook partner here at Chicago Bears Now. I think the Bears might be an interesting bet throughout the rest of the season. Some overs may start hitting. They might start winning some games. Obviously got run over by Dallas, but I think they're going to get better and better offensively. Chatsports.com/Bears, promo code BEARDOWN to get a 125% deposit bonus. That is chatsports.com/Bears, promo code BEARDOWN. Go bet on Monday Night Football tonight. It should be an interesting one between the Browns and the Bengals. All right, one more kind of storyline that's floating out there. What do you do with David Montgomery? He's in the final year of his contract. Do you keep him? Do you trade him? Do you extend him? I mean, there's all kinds of discussion among Bears fans and media about what you do here with David Montgomery, a player who I really, really like. But I think the reason it's becoming interesting because what Khalil Herbert continues to do. I mean, they're splitting carries. Look at the stats. I know Monty missed a game or whatever, but they're basically splitting carries, and Herbert's been the better runner. I mean, 6.2 yards per carry. Monty's at 3.9. Now, they're used differently at times. Monty gets some of those tough yards, always falls forward. Herbert doesn't always do that, but he gets the explosive touches. There's no doubt about that. Herbert's been the better running back this year. It's okay to say that. That being said, that doesn't mean David Montgomery doesn't have value. I want Monty on this team still. And I've started to think about this more, and I want to give credit to Adam Hogue, CHGO, and Hogan Johns for making this point. Like, how much is Monty really going to get on the open market, right? I mean, the Bears have the most cap space, $125 million or so. Is a team going to come in and give him $10 million per year? I don't think so. $8 million per year? I don't think so. Like, I'd like to keep Monty around because I think with the Bears playing this style of football where they're a physical rushing team with Herbert and Monty, and then they're letting Fields be a playmaker in the pass and run game. Like, it's not full Lamar Jackson Baltimore. I think they can be a better passing team than that. But you need 2 good running backs to play like this. And David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert's a nice 1-2 punch. Now, you could argue it needs to shift a little bit in terms of we should see Khalil Herbert before the 3rd drive of each game, I think. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be a more fluctuated rotation there throughout the game. I don't think it has to be like, all right, Monty gets the first 2 drives, Herbert gets the 3rd drive, and then we rotate a bit. I think you can be more flexible, and you could argue that Herbert should be the starter, and I wouldn't argue against that. But Monty has a clear role on this team on the field. He's got a clear presence in the locker room. Like, if you could get him back for like 2 years and $10 million, 2 years, $12 million, $5 to $6 million per year, when you have $125 million in cap space, I would say that's worth the investment. Now, if it gets to $8, $9 million per year, if there's a team out there that'll pay that, hey, more power to him. Go make your money, man. But he likes being in Chicago. I think he'd like to be here. I think the Bears would like to keep him, and so would I. Unless some team swoops in the next 24 hours and says, hey, we'll throw you a 2nd or 3rd round pick, which I don't think that's happening. I think you keep David Montgomery. You let me know. Type K for keep or M for move him. And I'd like to work out a new deal in the offseason. 2-year deal, $5 to $6 million per year. That's kind of what I'm looking at here for David Montgomery. We'll see what happens, but I think I would like to keep him around for the rest of this season and hopefully for a couple more years. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Again, we will be back later today, probably, most likely. So subscribe and turn on those notifications. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. Don't miss any of it, and we will see you soon here on the channel.